Okay. I think I actually got it to fully work that time. I'm still messing with it, and there was no reason to actually put that up. I was just trying to get it to work. So just quick video because I want to talk about a little bit about trailer, because why not geek out? I mean, if we're going to make videos here, if I'm going to be sitting here talking at you with my big head on the screen, might as well use that to talk about the fun stuff too. So a couple things before we begin. One, happy Back to the Future 2 day, right? This is the day that was in Back to the Future 2. No Jaws, what was it, 12 or something? 20? I don't know. But I don't remember. But Star Wars is coming out, so that's awesome. No actual hoverboards, at least mass produced. Closest we got was Lexus doing some stuff. But yeah, so happy day there. Happy birthday to Carrie Fisher, of course. Today's her birthday as well. So awesome that. And speaking of the trailer, right? It's the Star Wars trailer. If you haven't seen it, forget about it. And I was for quite some time. I haven't actually seen a lot of the stuff, and I haven't seen a lot of the like the screenshots and the pictures that have come out, and actually like previous trailers I haven't watched. I was kind of keeping it, trying to get as little as possible. But yeah, I wanted to check it out. So I checked. I saw the trailer, of course, when it was released, and watched it a few dozen times, and I really enjoyed it. I think like most people, well, I can't say most people. I think like some of the bigger reactions out there, man, I was getting choked up. I was having tears in my eyeballs. There's a lot of good stuff in it. Of course, the music. I think the music is iconic. So when you use it for a trailer and you really bring the images, really brings the images to life, and really reconnects you to that feeling. And for me, overall, the trailer, it had that feeling. It had the feeling of Star Wars. It not something new, not something different. When I was first hearing about it, my big concern was that it would be a fan film, basically, right? Just a high production fan film. It may still be that way, but the good thing about that is you will get, you will get plenty of connection, you'll get plenty of fan service, but it can be good. It can be delivered in a good way. It can be delivered in a fun way, and hopefully not forced. But I think one of the biggest complaints about the trailer was people asking, "Where's Luke?" And there's a scene with R2, and most of the fans assume that's Luke. Prosthetic hand is reaching up, kind of Jedi clothes, a little Jedi cloak going on. And that picture was released before the trailer, and it's kind of like the only really in production view that we have of what we assume to be Luke. And people are asking, like, where is he? And I'm like, dude, Luke, this isn't Luke's story. Luke's story is done. He will play a part, but he's old Ben now, man. He's old Ben Kenobi. As such, okay. And if you don't want to hear my theories, right? Because they could potentially be spoilers, I guess. I don't think so. I'm not very right on these things, but still, if you don't want speculation, again, shut off this video. If you don't want to hear anything about the trailer or the movie, take off, get out of here. But I think he's gonna be Ben Kenobi, as in he's gonna be crude matter for all of one film. I'm really thinking that we're gonna get our blue Force ghosty Luke Skywalker pretty soon. There's a really powerful scene where Leia's crying and Han Solo's holding her, and people were asking, well, what is she crying about? Who, it looks very much like a grieving moment. If Luke does turn into a blue force ghosty, that could be one of it. A lot of people were speculating that Finn is going to go down. One of the things I found interesting with Finn is he has the blue lightsaber, which all assumptions right now are that that's Luke's and Anakin's original lightsaber. And of course the jokes are going around that everybody who's owned that lightsaber has lost a limb or three. So it's not the most luckiest lightsaber, I guess. But what I found interesting in the trailer is it's Finn, and he has his lightsaber. He has the lightsaber, and Ren he ignites his red, still flamey looking lightsaber, busted lightsaber, whatever is up with his, and when Ren ignites his saber, Finn just looks like, oh crap, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's just like, oh, I've never done this before. Like, and people, I don't know, man. I'm wondering if he maybe just picked it up, like was like, okay, I gotta do this thing with this lightsaber, and then was like, oh crap, I don't really know what I'm doing, because he looked terrified to face another lightsaber, which I thought was great. It speaks to the actor, and I don't know, the scene. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. It really has me excited for the movie. I was already looking forward to it, and I was already good with like all the choices that are made. There's been fan debates, I guess, on Black Stormtrooper, but that's already been resolved, right, within the canon. What happens? Well, clones are genetically modified. They don't, and they were retired. They were phased out. They are no longer needed. And you have a full population of people. It's what I always assumed way back before they ever, cleared it up. But I'm like, once you're done with that, you can open, and you're looking to create an army. You don't have to go to clone. That's an expensive process. That's something. You have a galaxy full of citizens. What do? You just start the propaganda machine. Enlist today. You go back to kind of that direction. You just hire people on, and we do see that. We saw that in the original trilogy. There weren't a bunch of clones walking around. Like, you don't see under the stormtrooper helmets, obviously, but there were enough people walking around on the starships that were officers and stuff that you would be able to say that, okay, Empire is hired out, right? They have gone to the general military standard of recruitment, and you have a whole galaxy to recruit from. And you're seen as the good guys. You're seen as the heroes. They probably had volunteers in droves that wanted to sign up. Of course, Luke wanted to go to the Imperial Academy when he was younger, as a lot of people did. Propaganda works. So but that's all been cleared up. So I have no issue with Finn with the Black Stormtrooper. Dude, you're gonna have all sorts of. The only thing, and what I find funny is people are kind of made an issue about it. I'm like, the Empire is already racist against aliens. That's Star Wars, right? They already deal with racism. They deal with it as in, because I would love to see other species actually sign up, but they don't. Why probably won't you ever see a Twi'lek stormtrooper or a Wookiee stormtrooper? Because these races were basically enslaved by the Empire, and so they're not thrilled about the new regime, and they're not thrilled to go. They're not going to sign up to fight in the military. So that would have been more shocking to me if it had been a non-human in the stormtrooper. that would have actually, I probably would have been like, whoa, wait a minute. Are we just throwing out that the Empire are kind of D-bags when it comes to diversity of the galaxy? So yeah, that's where I would have probably voiced concern, but I have no issue with Finn. I definitely have no issue with. I had no issues with none of the casting, and I had no issues with Abrams being thing. He's a longtime Star Wars fan, so I was good with that. I like the idea of practical effects. Obviously, CGI still has a big place in movies these days. It's going to happen, and it's a part of it. But I really do like. I like that. I imagine as an actor is probably a lot better too. I don't know, not an actor, but I imagine it makes you it helps you get in character when you put on the costume, and then you're out there in the desert and all the sets are around you and you can touch it, and you're sitting in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon and you're pressing buttons, and I imagine that's just way more fun than just in a studio with a bunch of green or blue screens around you. I don't know. That's my assumption. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Point being that I really enjoy. I was excited, but the trailer got me like super excited. Like I don't know. Like I think like a lot of people, the trailer just really was like, okay, I'll know. I of course bought my tickets already, so actually bought 2 sets of tickets. So I'm ready, prepared, ready to go. Can't wait. There was a lot of things in the trailer that that really struck a chord. Of course, Han Solo, the skeptic in the first movies, kind of always making fun of Luke and his hokey religion, is the one being like is the one telling the kids like, yeah, it's all true. A funny meme I saw going around though is one where it's like, we heard the stories and he's like, it's true, all of it. And then it's the picture of them being like, even when Greedo shot first, and it's like, get out. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. But yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see the direction that they take it. But I think if you're a Star Wars fan, or if you're thinking about watching the thing and you haven't watched the trailer yet, I think you should. I don't think it gives away anything too prudent. It really just gets you excited. It brought more questions than answers, of course, as a really good trailer should. I don't think it gave anything away. Maybe in hindsight, you'll be like, oh, we could have told that. People have been tearing it apart. Jedi News Network, I think, is the one that uploaded something like 250 screenshots of the trailer, high definition, so you can get in there. And people were looking. There's banners, and they're like, "Those are Mandalorian banners. What's going on with that? Are we gonna see Boba Fett? Are we gonna see some Mandalorians? What's gonna happen there?" Overall, I think if you watch it, you're gonna get excited. There was a thing again with the stupid. We covered this yesterday. There's people that did or tried, probably just internet trolls that tried to do a hashtag boycott Star Wars. I don't think that gained much ground because that's just silly. And because of the reason, because of the main characters and the diversity of gender and color in the main characters. That was actually the sole complaint, that the main lead was not a white male, which is just ridiculously silly. Like that matters at all. But like I said, or was going to say, and needed to explain a bit more, we covered that yesterday. Diversity, equality, segregation, those kind of things. We covered that yesterday in the topic of the misconception of segregation in the Jedi community, in the Jedi path. It's silly and it doesn't exist. We look at the Jedi Council, very diverse. very diverse thing. It's just part of our path naturally. So that whole thing's just silly, but I think it's going to be really good. And I think for all Star Wars fans, when they watch the movie and it's done, that that none of that's going to even factor in. When you just go on a journey and the characters are well written and the journey's well written and you're having fun and you're just, you're along for the ride and you're really enjoying it. I think all that kind of superficial stuff kind of just falls away. And especially, for Jedi, empathy is kind of something that we do, talk on, encourage, educate about. It's kind of a part of our path. And fiction gives us a great way to exercise that, because you can empathize with fictional characters. You can seek to understand the feelings and emotions that might be going on with someone within that situation, within that context. How would it be to feel if you lost someone? Things of that nature. So consider it Jedi homework, right? Go to Force Awakens and really get into the story, really lose yourself into it, and you can chalk that off as Jedi homework or something. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different parts. There's a lot of different things in the trailer that people were looking at. Some people were speculating that when Rey was crying, and she's in the forest and she's crying, and it looks like she's crying over someone, that she's really sad. People were speculating that was Finn, but thanks to Jedi News and their high def, you can actually see that you can see the back of the ear, and it's a white ear. So that doesn't tell us who it is, but certainly not Finn. So we can say that much. I don't think he's going anywhere. Some people are feeling Captain Phasma. I just always go with that's going to be a one-off character, kind of like the Darth Maul. I don't know if there's going to be too many one-off characters like that. Won't. I think though. I don't know if they'll go that direction. They might pepper them throughout. Kind of like Boba Fett. They might pepper them throughout the series, but we'll see. Who knows, right? Trailer's exciting. It's fun. It's great. If you're a Star Wars fan, you've been holding off. I think it'll bring, especially if you're an old school Star Wars fan. Like if you saw it in the theaters when the original trilogy first came out, you're definitely gonna get some teary eyes. I'm pretty sure. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I think even people who saw the prequels in the theaters are really just going to get, excited for it. I think to me, when I was watching it, the trailer, I was of course doing the social media thing. So I was on Twitter, I was on Facebook, Tumblr, and to me, I saw the community come together. Usually we're really derisive and at each other's throats over dumb things. Like effects, like practical versus CGI, or prequels versus original, and some silly thing, but I saw like the whole community was just geeking out, and it really brought the Star Wars fandom together. If not just for a brief moment, like everybody was just, it was like a 1,000 voices cried out at once in pure joy and excitement. And so, so I recommend checking it out. I do recommend watching it. It's 2 minutes long, and it's not going to take too much out of your day. This video is taking more out of your day than that. I haven't even said anything important or relevant, or I don't even know why you're watching. Why are you watching this, man? Go do something with your day. Go be a Jedi. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, trailer, check it out. It's fun, and can't wait for the movie. I'm totally going in costume, by the way. Jedi, of course. Don't even it's not even a question. But yeah, I will be there opening day. First showing for my theater. I'll be there. Probably parked outside 5 hours in advance, because you gotta be. yeah, and then I'll probably watch it every day thereafter until it leaves the theater, depending on how it goes. When episode 1 came out, we were all very excited for episode 1, and I was in college, and a group of friends. I was hanging with a group of friends, and we all wanted to see it. We were all really jonesed about it. We were all really excited. So there was 7 of us, and we had it so each person bought 7 tickets at different times, starting at the 12 o'clock showing. And yeah, starting at the 12 o'clock showing on, standing in line on Thursday, and then throughout Friday, and all the way, so the theaters don't open. So from like 2 to 10, there's nothing. That was our sleep time, right? Kind of. We didn't like go to bed right after the movie, of course, but so then on Friday, all day Friday, we hit theater all around different theaters because we all lived in different areas. So we all just got theater near us, and we just hopped around and watched episode 1 Friday all day, 7 times. 7 times. I don't have anything that crazy planned this time. By the end of it, we saw, because I think the last showing was another 12, like around 10 or 12 that night. And by that time, we were pretty burnt out. I mean, still Jones and still loving, Star Wars and stuff, but pretty burnt out. So I have nothing like that planned, but I do plan to see it. I am one of those people that will probably check it out if I enjoy it a bunch of times. I'm not doing it in advance this time, just in case. Just in case it's like you're like, oh yeah, it's good. You don't want to be stuck with 7 tickets that you have to sit through that 7 more times, and it'd be rough. But yeah, so it was good times then. So I'm looking forward to it. But that's enough of that. Let's get on with this. Let's go do something else with our day. Let's go beat Jedi. Or let's go check out the trailer one more time. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go do that.